Goddamn.
Goddamn. Goddamn is right. Goddamn is right, man. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing here today on this fine Monday night, November 18th, for another edition of NHP's Unscripted, man? How's everybody doing, man? And welcome back to another edition, like I said, of NHP Unscripted. This is episode 222 of Unscripted. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, or if you guys do not know how the show works, rather, every Monday we're on here after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, that is episode 240 of the news, man. Speedball Mike Bailey going to AEW, CM Punk advertised for Survivor Series, and The Wise Man returning soon. You guys can now watch that on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday, as well as Friday at 4 p.m. Central for the news, man, and then obviously Monday after Raw. Also, we are live for the pay-per-views for both AEW and WWE directly after the show goes off the air. We will be live this Saturday night for AEW's Full Gear, as well as the following Saturdays. The following Saturday night show for Survivor Series, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to pick up the hottest merch in all of the IWC, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is mindfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can get the beautiful next chapter design to commemorate the rebrand of NHP. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. You can pick up your merchandise today. Also, if you guys have not got a chance, or if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at NHP. I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been just fucking A. Just been chilling out, man. I'm excited for these back-to-back pay-per-view weekends. And we got Thanksgiving, of course. Can't wait for that. Love binging out on that day, man. So I can't wait, man. It's gonna be good. Back-to-back weekends, Thanksgiving in the mix, or in the middle of it. You know, we're better than in the middle. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Like Durante, always ask, how's life? How's the family? Life's been good. Family's been good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everybody doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Just getting ready for these two, like you said, back to back big weekends with Full Gear and Survivor Series, and then Thanksgiving, man. Right where it is best. Okay, in the middle. Yeah, other than that, bro, nothing too much, bro. Other than that, nothing too much. And yeah, just chilling, bro. So yeah, that is that's that. That is that, man. And yeah, nothing too much, bro. As Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, naysayers? How are you guys doing? As well as my guys over in the Replay Mafia, man, JT, JB. How are you guys doing? And thank you all for being here and joining us, whether it's in the live chat or whether it's in the replay. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, as always. So, God, well, tonight, man, we got, in all honesty, a pretty dull episode of Monday Night Raw. I mean, it was, yeah, I mean, it was pretty dull. We most of the big moments that happened on the show, we already knew they were going to happen, and obviously a taped atmosphere is, not a good atmosphere, I would say. But like we talked about it on Friday, man, I do understand. It is Thanksgiving time, and it's just that time of year, so I get it. I do. And but regardless, that still doesn't change the fact that the tape show quality is definitely a bit um and you get the tape crowd, you get the clearly piped in commentary, you get just a bunch of stuff you already knew was going to happen. A lot of times during the tape shows, the best part are the pre-taped, the pre-recorded segments backstage that
Mm-hmm.
nobody knew was going to happen. So, but in terms of everything, the bulk of everything that happened in the ring, the two big moments tonight we already knew about. So it was pretty. It was actually quite hard not to kind of talk about them last week, but regardless, yeah, that's that, man. So yeah, that is that was how I felt about Monday Night Raw, man. SmackDown was decent, had some decent moments, bro, and then AEW Dynamite, man. I honestly can't even say I hated the show. Well,
I
aspects
get
of
what
it.
you mean.
I feel nothing is what I'm
Exactly.
getting at. I can't even tell you
Mhm.
guys I hated the shit because I was not able to watch this live. Thank God my fucking birthday picked a good day to fucking fall on this year because I got the chance to miss Dynamite. But going back and watching the show, man, it was. Again, man, I can't even tell you guys I hated the show because I'm getting to the point, man, where I feel nothing.
Literally, dude. Literally, it's just, it's meaningless. It's the same thing every week. The same, like, 5 bullet points every week with AEW Dynamite. Death Riders are cool, lame opponents. Dumb decision between Adam Cole, MJF, and that booking circle. It's the same thing every week, dude. It's literally the same nonsense and the same nothing every fucking week.
Yeah. Um. So, without any further ado, that is what we are going to start with. Um. AEW Dynamite. Wow. Favorite part of the week.
Fuck.
This. Uh,
Second least favorite part. One of the other parts watching the fucking show, man.
God. Um. This episode is from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And this was the November 13th edition of Dynamite, like I said, from Bridgeport, Connecticut. The show opened up with Hangman and Christian Cage versus Jay White and Juice Robinson. So obviously, we are, I guess, sort of um, not entirely sure why Christian is in here. I understand, obviously, why Hangman, Jay, and Juice. I know Christian. He beat Jay White. I don't exactly know how this match came to be. I don't know if it's that there was no reason or I just can't remember, but whatever the reason may be. Actually, speaking of AEW, I seen on Twitter today that today is the day that the MJF and CM Punk feud began 3 years ago when he came out and MJF, said, "Hi, I'm Maxwell," and he put his hand out to Punk, and Punk just stared at him, and that was the beginning to, in all honesty, probably AEW's best rivalry to this day. Um,
I would probably say.
100%. It was such a fucking good feud. CM Punk, man, he really knows how to he really knows how to engage and captivate an audience by his form of storytelling. But the AEW of 3 years later apparently doesn't need any of that.
No.
They don't need any of that. It doesn't exist in the company apparently.
No, they don't need it at all, man. It's where the best wrestle, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah. That's right. It's where the best wrestle. So during the match, we got a hook interference. He took out Nick Wayne. He took out Nick Wayne. Mother Wayne hit a distraction on the referee, which led Kip Sabian to hit Juice Robinson with Christian's clipboard. Adam Page hit Juice Robinson with a dead eye, and Adam Page and Christian Cage won the match. Um, So these two picked up the victory here against Jay and Juice, and yeah, that, bro. I mean, it was a decent start to Dynamite, man. Didn't really care all that much, but the match wasn't too bad, and I guess they're just continuing to build the Jay White and Hangman match. So yeah, that was. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, it did its job. It's building what, it's supposed to build to, I guess, that full gear match. So, it is what it is. It did its job.
Yeah. All right. Well, Excalibur is doing his B rolls, and he says, "Up next to the remarkable Renee Coquette." Renee Coquette.
Dude, just, just can him, bro. Just can him, please. Listen, I thought I was dyslexic, and then I fucking watched Wednesday night, has to hear Excalibur. Dude, get rid of him. I'm sorry.
Dude, you know, one or two times, I get it, you stumble over your
Yeah,
words, okay.
fuck
Why
up.
is
Yeah.
it almost every week we
Mm-hmm.
are talking about some weird fuck up he says in his dialogue, bro? I mean, at least, Michael Cole says things weird, but at least he says them right, okay? They're just right in his own way, right? Bally,
He
era, right? It irks you, but
It is hilarious.
Renee Coquette.
Like, dude, what are you doing here, bro? What are you reading off of? Have you not heard her name before? Like, how long has she worked here? Like 2 years at this point?
Yep. And the worst part is that's like one of his favorite lines throughout the show. To the remarkable Renee Paquette.
Renee Coquette. Great. Fucking never fail, Excalibur. Wonder what he's gonna do this week.
Good lord. Mercedes is walking in the arena with her friend Camille. They're walking into the back. She's yelling at Camille, telling her she needs to get it together. She throws her jacket on her. Camille's wearing a sling, so she drops the jacket. Mercedes is yelling at her for dropping the jacket. Renee says, Renee Coquette says, she asks her what happened last week with the car and running over Chris Statlander. Mercedes denies trying to run her over with the car. She said it was Camille's fault that she can't drive. I'm going to read that again. She denies trying to run her over with the car. She says it was Camille's fault for not hitting her because she can't drive.
Wait. She didn't hit her with her car. It's her fault for not hitting her with the car.
Yes. She denies trying to hit Chris Statlander with the car, but then fucking proceeds to say, about 2.5 seconds later, it was Camille's fault she didn't hit her because because Camille can't drive. All right.
Oh, man. Dog, what, who, can, can you guys write something for these people? Please? Can something be written for somebody? Can you check your notes? Can you look back? Can you spell check? Can you double check anything? Anything. Cause holy fuck.
You know, I can't tell you how many times I proofread just my notes off these shows. The fact that you're putting out a wrestling product that is viewed by a lot of people on the weekly and you can't fucking proofread, these promos, how the fuck does that make any sense?
It's so
She
bad.
denies trying to run her over with the car, but then said it was Camille's fault she didn't hit her because she can't drive. So which fucking one is it? Are you denying trying to run her over with the car, or are you fucking blaming it on Camille because she can't drive? Pick one or the other. She
Oh
then,
man.
yeah, she goes off topic and starts talking about how she put her in a statement maker on Collision and she made her beg for mercy. And that is only a preview of what is to come at Full Gear. Chris Statlander then proceeds to walk in the back of Mercedes down the hallway like she's doing the Lars Sullivan silhouette. She just creepily walks up, and she's standing there. She then starts walking towards Mercedes. Mercedes yells for Camille. Camille comes out of the locker room, and Statlander just throws her into the wall, and she falls down.
What a heavy man. What a heater, bro. What a goated heater, man. Fucking one push into a wall and she's gone. She's out, bro. Fucking what a fucking bodyguard.
You mean to fucking tell me Jacob Fatu was sitting around here fucking handing out super kicks wearing a boot, and she just goes down, just thrown up against a wall at probably like a half a mile an hour and just falls down? What?
Oh
the
man.
the point of having a heavy is to stack the odds against your babyface. That's why the Undisputed Era was originally created, was because they wanted Adam Cole to be put with the group so they can stack the odds against, at the time, NXT champion Drew McIntyre. And here, Camille's probably just about as worse, if not even more worse, than Raquel Rodriguez as a heater.
It's literally like they literally mirror each other every week. But just two useless fucking non-heaters, bro. They're coolers. They're just two coolers walking around,
Yes.
just doing nothing. Just getting hit and going down.
She throws Camille against the wall. Camille falls down. Mercedes tries to run away. Stat catches up to her. Mercedes gets a little bit of offense in. Camille walks back in, picks up Mercedes. Okay, she's carrying her away. Mercedes kicks Stat into a wall. Stat then rebounds this and spears both of them through drywall and leaves both of these two morons laying on the ground, laying on top of each other.
They just look phenomenal, man. The heels, they just look great in this, man. How can you make your heels better looking than getting shoved to a wall, knocked out, getting back up, and then getting speared through fucking drywall? Fucking no one looks better, dude. Like, what are you doing, bro?
At this point, bro, Mercedes Moné might as well just fucking come out to Robbery by Juice World, bro, because this is absolutely one of the biggest cases of highway robbery I've ever seen in my 17 years watching professional wrestling. Holy shit.
Literally scamming TK, bro. Literally.
Dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. So that was that. They looked horrible, and Mercedes just I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. She shows up and either she's not on television, or she's just sitting in the back taking photos with both of her championships to post on to post on her Instagram the next day, and that's about the extent of what she does in AEW, man. I mean, it was a complete flop for somebody who is in the Four Horsewomen, literally a member of the Four Horsewomen, to come into a company like AEW with her again, where she's now a big fish in. Well, I mean, they do have a big women's division. She's a big fish in a big pond, and to make that little of an impact, that is
It's insane.
that's uncanny, bro. It really is.
You really gotta work to be that fucking pointless and just worthless, dude. She doesn't do anything. It's money horribly spent, dude. You're not getting a return on your investment at all.
No.
In the fucking slightest, dude.
Will Ospreay. He's out here for a promo. Tony Schiavone says to Will Ospreay, "Do you want to get a rematch? And does it upset you seeing Konosuke Kateshita walk
Man,
around with your or what did he say last week? Your irrational championship."
it's a fucking irrational championship. You know what? You know what's funny is right with that one. He might have fucked up the first part, but that second part was not a fuck up.
Konosuke Kateshita.
Holy fuck, bro.
All
Uh,
right. Uh,
they just, bro, from top to bottom, sound needs to be completely reset in AEW. Fire everybody. Literally everybody. Fire them and restart it, bro. Because holy fuck. Down to the core, it is horrid.
Will then follows up this question saying he knows Takeshita is running around with his championship, but he's not worried about that because he has a lot of questions he needs answered. He needs answered. He called out Kyle Fletcher. Mr. Randy Orton comes out here,
Yeah,
and he comes out and he says he was begged by the family to not come out here alone, but he had to show he was not a coward, unlike Ospreay. He called out Will weeks ago, but Will decided to stay home and lick his wounds. He says, "But what do you want to talk about?" Will says he's not looking at a guy he used to call his brother. He's looking at a guy he used to call his brother, and he's feeling anger and hatred. He says, Kyle stayed in his house. They took over Japan, and he knows everything about him. He knows where he goes to the gym. He knows where he lives. He knows where his kid goes to school. He's even been to his kid's school to pick him up with him. And that frightens his missus, and it frightens him. And he wants answers from his mouth and not Don's. Kyle says Don didn't do anything except open my eyes to the truth, and sure, Ospreay gave him a place to stay. He gave him food when he needed it, but who was he really doing it for? Because everything Will Ospreay does is for Will Ospreay. He says Will wanted to make him a clone so he can do all of his dirty work for him, but never succeed as much as he did, because he's selfish and he's a hypocrite. He tells Will, "If you were in my position, you would have done the exact same thing." Will says, "Oh, give over." He says, "The last time I saw you, you were in the ring shaving your head and screaming, 'You're nothing like me.' He says, you bring up what I did to Okada and Omega, and you say you're nothing like me, but you did the exact same thing I did, so pick a lane. Thank you."
literally did the exact same thing. He was like, didn't like him for dumbest thing ever. Called it out too, which is good that he called it out, but also makes Kyle Fletcher look way worse.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. He says, "So pick a lane. Are you nothing like me or an Ospreay clone?" He says, "Yeah, I'll own it. I stabbed Okada and Omega in the back, but before that, I was a 3-time junior heavyweight champion and a 2-time best of the Super Juniors winner." He says, every continent I went to, I've held gold. So tell me, Kyle Fletcher, what have you done? Not Aussie Open, what have you done? Kyle says, "You want to know what I've done? How about let's talk about what I'm going to do?" So you've done nothing. Thank you. Thank you for that, Kai. Thank you for that, Randy Orton. Thank you.
Bro, just proved it that second that you've done nothing ever.
That response to me was the biggest gut jab ever, because I'm like, oh man, he just cooked you, bro.
He cooked you, bro, because you ain't got nothing to say back. He literally said, "What have you done?" This is what I'm gonna do, and you look like an ass. Holy fuck, dude! Will destroyed that character in that one promo.
Bro. Oh,
Destroyed.
yes. No more Randy Orton, bro. The light has been burned out. Um
Andy,
so so he says, you want to know what I've done? How about what I'm going to do? Because I'm going to have every accomplishment you have, and I'm going to surpass it. So you want to be an Ospreay clone?
yeah.
And how the fuck are you going to go to New Japan and become a 2-time Best of the Super Juniors and 3-time Junior Heavyweight Champion winner?
When you said he said himself he left New Japan so he could distance himself from Osprey and do his own thing, and he feels like Osprey invaded his space by coming here. So why are you trying to be just like him then? Why don't you, uh, dude? Makes no fucking sense, bro.
Yep. So he says he's going to have every single accomplishment and surpass it that Will Ospreay has ever had. He says he's going to prove it at Full Gear. And he challenges Ospreay to a match. Will says that's what this is about. This boy wants his 5 minutes of fame. This boy wants a singles match on pay-per-view. Will look no further. Because around these parts, I'm Mr. Pay-per-view. He says, since I've been here, there's been 4 world champions. And not a single one of them have matched a single thing that I did on pay-per-view. False. But
Yeah.
he accepts Kyle's challenge. He told Kyle he has no idea how much damage he caused with the Tiger Driver. He says him and his little boy were watching him shave his head, and he looked down and his little boy was holding his hand, and he couldn't even feel it. And Kyle took that away from him, and he's going to dangle pay-per-view spotlight above his head, and he's going to be the mother lover to take it away from him. Kyle says at Full Gear, he is not coming. He is not coming for a piece. He is not coming for just a piece. He's coming for everything. But we'll see what condition you're in at Full Gear as the menacing duo of Lance Archer and Brian Cage come out to save Kyle Fletcher. Will Ospreay says, I had a feeling you'd do this, and I have friends too. Hobbs and Mark Davis come out and they all start brawling. There was a bit of commotion with Davis and Fletcher not wanting to, or Davis much rather, not wanting to hit Kyle Fletcher, which AEW posted a something social media exclusive of Ospreay and Fletcher in the parking lot, kind of bickering about,
I thought that,
huh?
I thought that part was on TV. Them
Was it?
bickering in the. Yeah, I think it was on TV.
Hmm. Well, yeah. So they were bickering in the parking lot about Mark Davis telling Will Ospreay, this is your fault. Basically, you're the one who started working with Don Callis, so you basically got him intertwined with Don. So it's gonna be interesting to see where this goes. And I'm telling you right now, I would much rather just see Davis and Ospreay pull Kyle Fletcher from the group rather than
Mm-hmm.
Davis joining the group, because I just don't like the Don Callis family group. I mean, that nobody in the group ever goes anywhere or does anything. It's just it's awful.
Oh, it's always pointless, dude. No one goes anywhere. It's stagnation city. That's you go to the Don Callis family if you want to stagnate at the best and decrease your value at the most, man. So I wouldn't do it. So I hope he pulls them out of it. But who knows, man? All I know is that Osprey was right. He's gonna get his Kyle Fletcher's gonna get his 5 minutes of fame at Full Gear, and if he's still single after still a singles wrestler after all this, then that will be his 5 minutes of fame because we'll never see him again.
It 100% will. And Yeah, I totally agree with you there, bro. And yes, so that that uh promo here was a complete roast of Kyle Fletcher. Okay, Will Ospreay exposed him on so many different levels. He
Mhm.
literally exposed this man on so different levels, man. I mean, you look at you know him telling Fletcher pick a lane. You know what I mean? You're sitting here saying you would do the exact same thing that I did. Well, do you? I thought you wanted to distance yourself from me. I thought you didn't want to be like me because it
Yeah.
looks to Will and everybody that has a pair of fucking eyeballs, it looks to everybody Kyle Fletcher is a Will Ospreay clone, and then Will Ospreay as well mentioned his 5 minutes of fame, and like Sir K said, man, if he continues to be something of a singles wrestler after this, that's going to be his 5 minutes of fame, bro, because Tony Khan is going to drop this man like a bad habit because Will Ospreay is the star. Tony Khan knows Will Ospreay is the star, and Tony Khan necessarily isn't in the business of building talent. And if they actually continue to push Kyle Fletcher as a singles future star in the company, I would be fucking shocked because there's been a lot of people to come along that are a lot better than Kyle Fletcher that Tony Khan does not give the time of fucking day. So,
Oh, literally, man.
yeah, that was that. Like I said, it was a complete roast. I'll say this. Will Ospreay is a fantastic promo. I mean, AEW is
Oh,
so
he's
lucky to
great.
have this guy.
Hmm.
They are seriously beyond lucky to have this guy, dude. The way he cuts his promos, bro, and just the emotion that comes off of him, and the intensity behind his words. He could probably go toe to toe with some of the very best that a microphone has to offer in the professional wrestling business, man. Legitimately, he's one of the best in AEW on the mic for sure, but I'm talking in the business in general. I can see this guy absolutely standing toe to toe on the mic with a John Cena, a Roman Reigns, a Cody Rhodes, a Seth Rollins. I could see him standing toe to toe. Gunther. I could see him standing toe to toe with any of those guys, bro. He's phenomenal on the mic.
Oh, he really is. That man is insane on the mic. They're so lucky they were able to get him because he does it all, dude. He's a in-ring fucking match goat machine that Tony Khan loves, and he could tell a story and he can make it fucking interesting, man. Tony Khan don't got many guys like that, but he's got Will Ospreay, man, so he's fucking lucky.
Definitely, man. And with that, honestly, bro, that's one thing that really annoyed me about the whole MJF feud was I felt you could have had really good promo material there, and they fucking wasted it on American stuff. They
Yeah,
they they wasted it on MJF fucking cosplaying as Uncle Sam. So I don't know, but
literally.
well, speaking of a member of the most menacing duo in all of AEW, Lance Archer and Brian Cage. Lance Archer, he's got a match against Roddy. Roddy has 2 wins in his win column to go up against MJF. And where these 2 wins came, Lord knows. I believe Mr. Manager
Mhm.
Logan told me that they came on Rampage and Collision, or both of them were on Collision, I think. So
Oh God, the places that really shouldn't count for anything ever.
no, no, yeah. Um, this is a no DQ match. These two are fighting in the crowd. Roddy jumps over the barricade with a jumping knee, and that is what it took to get rid of Lance Archer. So,
Man, what did fucking I forgot who said it on commentary, but dude, how they were I remember they worded it terribly right before the match. They said, I forgot who, but someone on commentary said something along the lines of, "Oh, all Roddy got to do is just go through whoever. What was he facing? Lance? Was he
yes.
facing Lance? All all Roger Strong's got to do is face Lance Archer, and he's at MJF." Is like, and the way he worded it was like Lance was nothing, which he isn't, but didn't put over that match at all. It
Yep.
was fucking great. It was
Yep.
horrid.
Yeah. It is, bro. It is, man. So Roddy wins. Max is smiling in his room that he has yet to come out of. Um, and Roddy grabs the mic. He says he's gonna finish Max at Full Gear. Um,
I hope
Takeshita
not.
comes out and attacks Roger Strong as you know. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I can kind of see Adam Cole's reason for wanting a match with MJF, bro, but I fail to understand what Roddy wants MJF for.
Especially like you didn't. I, I don't know, man. I genuinely just don't understand the involvement of Roddy in all this, man. I don't know where they're going. There's a bunch of undisputed teases, so I don't know if they're going that direction
Yeah.
or if the Undisputed Kingdom's gonna turn on Adam Cole because they could also go that direction. Dude, I have no fucking clue, and I just don't know, man. I really don't fucking know what's going on here.
Me neither, bro. Me neither. So Takeshita attacks Roddy. Adam Cole comes out. Adam Cole comes out and Cole is, Roddy's getting attacked and, Cole just comes walking out there, not a care in the fucking world. These two are going through their match and Takeshita gets on the outside of the ring. He puts on MJF's Dynamite Diamond. Adam Cole goes and he leans between the ropes to grab Takeshita. Bryce, for no reason, just walks to the other end of the ring and is just staring at the rope as Takeshita uses the ring to hit Adam Cole with. For no fucking reason, Bryce Remsburg just walks to the other end of the ring and is just staring at the opposing side of the ring's top rope. Just staring at it.
Bro said, "Oh shit, it's spot time. Let me just like, bro, what are you? What is the? Who's booking this? Who's producing this match? What's going on here, bro?"
These refs, bro. I tell you, man, these fucking refs. Good lord. Yeah, I'm watching this and I'm paying attention to Bryce because I'm like, man, he's really on top of Adam Cole. Like, how is he not gonna see this? And then he just walks away for just for the fuck of it. Just walks away. Takeshita hits Adam Cole with the ring. He pins him. MJF is in his lair and he's laughing after Adam Cole loses the match and Kyle O'Reilly comes out for the save as he goes to or Adam Cole goes to shake Kyle's hand and Kyle does not shake his hand. He just walks away. That's another thing. Did these two have some type of beef that I'm not aware of? Because
In terms of what happened on AEW television, they were all fine with each other. They were cool as shit. I guess I guess Kyle was just wary because they're heels, but like, who cares? Like, I don't understand the dilemma here. I really don't.
is he still mad about Takeover 36 or
I was gonna say, like, this ain't NXT no more. Y'all made up since then on like on AEW television. Like,
like
what?
he debuted in the company helping Adam Cole. And then they were a team until, Tony Khan got, butthurt about Bobby Fish. And then they
And
weren't a
broke
team
everything up,
anymore.
literally.
Okay. I didn't understand that at all. But yeah, they're doing a bunch of undisputed teases. And I wonder where it's going, bro. Because, I mean, you're going to have Kyle, Roddy, and Adam Cole, bro. You might as well make that last call, even though I don't even know if the group is going to be booked good in AEW anyways, man. So at this point, I don't even know if I want to see the fucking group in AEW. Uh,
Literally.
but I mean, he's he's not gonna hire Bobby Fish, man. So I really don't understand what's the undisputed teases about. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know.
I really don't understand the direction they're going with this. I really don't.
Me neither, bro. Bobby Lashley. He's in the back. Um, he's in the back. He's doing a backstage interview. He says Swerve is the most dangerous man in the company to any other man except for him. He says he's going to make an example out of Swerve at Full Gear. That was that. Good promo, man, and yeah, just good promo by Bobby, and I'm excited to see the match. I hope those two work very well together.
I hope so, dude. I'm excited. Kept it nice and short and sweet, man, and I like it. And I can't wait for the match.
No question. John Moxley's TBS Superstation. All of a sudden, JD Drake is on the stage, and you hear or you see a chair shot. These asshats did not turn the stage mics on, so you just see them hitting him with a chair with no audio. You hear audio from like the crowd or like maybe the portion of the arena that the ring is by, but the mics that are placed up by the stage so you can hear what's going on the stage, they weren't on. It's you just hear a bunch of silent chair shots.
I say it every week, dude. Build that fucking sound production, dude. Reset everything, please.
Yeah, you're not lying, bro. So another thing I don't like about the Death Riders.
Right.
Why the hell does Excalibur always say John Moxley and his Death Riders? Again, that's probably a small nitpick by me, but John Moxley and the Death Riders sounds a lot better than I don't like the whole his Death Riders. That might just be a me thing, bro, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, especially because the whole thing about the group is that they kind of reference that it's not even John Moxley and
Yes.
his group in a way. So like, why are you calling it his group? What even Mox always gives reference to, someone else has got them doing this. I don't get that part.
Yeah. Exactly. John Moxley says he's thinking a lot about Orange Cassidy and how he could not save Chuck Taylor nor Wheeler Yuta because Wheeler believes in him. He says everyone is depending on Orange and he's cool as a cucumber. So he has to make an example out of Orange Cassidy at Full Gear. He says he's going to mutilate him so bad.
Yeah, there it goes. So at some point in wrestling, someone's always got to just say some advanced ass word to describe how they're gonna beat someone. I'm gonna eviscerate and eradicate you, and God, why?
Well,
It never ever works.
I don't know why you're shocked, man. Since Drew McIntyre came into the company and joined the Don Callis family, he probably taught John Moxley a thing or two.
Probably did. He
Everybody,
was gonna.
everybody loves 2019. I'm going to brutally annihilate, eviscerate you, Drew McIntyre.
Fuck, dude. He would basically say the same word like 3 times in a row. I'm gonna violently eviscerate and dismember you. And like, what are you talking about?
Who the fuck talks like that?
What kind of a freak talks like that? It's fucking slasher movie villains don't even fucking talk like that. What are you doing? Or the goated Ronda Rousey line. I'm gonna eviscerate you like smallpox. Goated line, best line ever. Her cadence in that line, I'll never forget.
That shit had Nikki Bella stumped, bro. Nikki Bella was looking like, what?
I'm not even that cringy.
No, imagine though, you're on the street, man, like Damian Priest, and you're on the street and you're about to get in a fucking fist fight with somebody and you say, "Bro, I'm about to fucking mutilate your ass, dog." Like,
I'm
who's
gonna stop,
talking?
like, wait, put my hands down, like, wait,
I
what?
was like, "Nah, bro, I'm good, man.
I'm like,
I don't
no,
want this no more."
I just wanna, I don't want to be a fucking flower on the side of the street. I'm okay. I'm gonna walk away now. Like, what?
So he says he's gonna mutilate him so bad his mother won't recognize him. He says after that, all the contenders will run and hide, and they will continue to do whatever the hell they want because they have the power in AEW. Orange Cassidy comes out with the conglomerators, dude. Again, for like the what's for 83 weeks in a row, the fucking Death Riders, or John Moxley and his Death Riders, have come out here, done okay work, and as of late, okay work. Started off very, very good. As of
Mm-hmm.
late, again, I don't know what this stupid station, TBS fucking stupid station, JD Drake, Dark Order. I don't know. I don't know what this shit is, dude. This group, I want you guys to understand, bro. This group started off going for Brian fucking Danielson, and now
Mm-hmm.
they're fighting JD Drake.
It's like, bro, how do you fucking balance that out, dude? What are you doing here?
I couldn't tell you, bro. I could not fucking tell you. Um so Moxley, um where was I? Oh, okay. Yes. So, that's what I was saying. Bro, for the 83rd week in a row, this fucking group comes out, and then their challengers come out, and you laugh because uh,
Like,
and
ugh,
we're getting to the point with the Death Riders where it's just like, I'm not, and again, don't take this as I'm saying, they need to reveal Shane or whatever, because it's not even a guarantee Shane is coming in, but they talk so much about taking the company under siege or whatever, or doing whatever, but what are they doing? They're just attacking jobbers every week.
how is this taking anything over? What do you accomplish by taking out these jobbers and the conglomeration and shit? You should, like, go after tag champs, go after trios. Oh, you're the trios champ. Never mind. I keep forgetting that.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I forget that every fucking week, dude. But go beat up tag champs. Beat up fucking. Try to beat up the Don Callis fan. Like, dude, go for people that matter.
Yes.
Try to fucking do something.
Will Ospreay,
Mm-hmm.
Swerve, Hurt Biz, something, bro,
And
something.
that,
Um, I don't know, man. I don't know.
right. I don't understand it, dude.
So again, they need to hurry it on up in terms of doing something that matters, or going for somebody that matters, or again, just giving off the vibe of like, okay, they're taking over the company, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really striking any fucking chords when JD Drake is coming out there, getting soundless back shots with a chair. I mean, I don't know. So
Literally.
he comes out, Orange Cassidy comes out with his conglomerators. He says he says he believes Mox does have the power because of what is in his briefcase. The symbol of AEW, the only way to get that back is to wrestle for it. And for someone who hates to wrestle, I wrestle more than anybody else does here. And I'm pretty good at it too, because I beat you. He says, um, I beat you. Remember that? He says he says there is still pawns, and he needs to get rid of the pawns in the game. And next week, he's going to get rid of the pawn Wheeler Yuta so he can get to the king. He already has the match, but okay, for the sake of building, all right, whatever. Um, so Moxley, uh, Moxley says, "We'll see if you can pull the trigger against somebody you thought was your friend, because but he only has one message for everyone who thinks they want what he's got: abandon all hope." Darby Allin, these guys are leaving through the crowd. Darby Allin jumps on them, and a brawl breaks out. Why is Darby here?
Why is he here? Why is his whole role right now just randomly jumping in and attacking them? He should not be here at all. He should be waiting to come back to do the singles Mox match.
Yes, he absolutely should. So we go to commercial. We come back, and the Death Riders are leaving the arena. They go to drive away. Just Marina, Claudio, and Moxley. They leave Yuta and Pac. They leave Yuta. Darby Allin jumps in the back of the truck. Claudio gets out. Him and Darby start fighting. He runs with Darby Allin on his shoulders all the way to the fucking garage door, slams him up against it, and then he starts Cesaro swinging him into the door in what was absolutely one of the most brutal yet hilarious jumpings I've ever seen on AEW Dynamite.
This shit, bro, and he was just booking it for like
Dude.
a solid fucking 5 seconds was great. Oh
Ah,
man,
he's screaming the whole time.
holy shit, dude. No, the beatdown was real fun. It was very entertaining. So
Yeah.
that's good, man. And they did what they did every week. They came out, looked cool, talked cool, and then beat up a bunch of nobodies. And then Darby Allin came out for no reason, and they leave
Yep.
every time.
Yep. So Claudio gets back in the truck. Wheeler jumps in the truck, and they drive away. So you mean to fucking tell me they were just gonna leave? They were just gonna leave Wheeler Yuta there?
Like
All right.
that. Okay, I guess. Don't understand that aspect.
Good lord. Yes, I like the ending from John Moxley, the whole, abandon all hope, and I like all that stuff, but again, there's just a lot of stuff wrong with this storyline, and there is a lot of good. The group is very badass. I'm glad they're using Pac. I've overall just been very happy with the way Claudio's just overall been booked in AEW since the start. I'm just glad they use him. I'm
I
glad.
am.
I'm
They,
glad.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
Okay.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'm glad they used him consistently, man. They really have. And he's just one of the dogs in
Yep.
AEW, and it's great to see, man, because he really is that level of talent, dude. He's great.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's very good, and I'm glad that if he was in, if he was in WWE still, man, I couldn't tell
He'd
you
be
what the hell he
fired.
would be doing, bro. But probably nothing, and we would
Mhm.
probably still be saying, man, wonder if Cesaro is ever gonna get that world title reign. That's never gonna come, and I'm glad he got out of there because in AEW, I like I like what they I don't think there's gonna be an AEW world title reign in store for him, but I'm just glad that they use him and they respect him enough to feature him. So and
Mhm.
he's amazing, bro. But I'm glad Pac is being used, bro. Marina Shafir, looks great. They kind of make Wheeler Yuta look like a bit of a dork. Um,
Mhm.
but Moxley's great. This is one of my favorite versions of Moxley. Probably not my favorite version, but one of them. Um,
Mhm.
and that is the good in this storyline, man. But then again, you have the bad, bro. You have Dark Order, you got JD Drake, you got the conglomerizers out here. Darby Allin's back for no reason, man. I mean, why is Darby here, bro? Like there's no plausible reason for Darby Allin to be fighting the Death Riders, dude. I mean, this absolutely needed to wait until you were going to bring Darby back for that big pop and have him go for the world championship and start the program, bro. Bringing him back in the middle of Orange Cassidy's angle with a story with John Moxley or whatever you want to call it, it was a horrible move. It was a horrible move, man, and it it really just lowers the level of importance for when Darby Allin is eventually going to start his feud with John Moxley, because he's back now. I don't get it.
Exactly. I really don't understand the direction they're going with this.
So Chris Jericho challenges Ishii to Dynamite in Chicago on Thanksgiving Eve.
Jericho versus Ishii.
Well, I'm fucking glad we don't go to those fucking Thanksgiving Dynamites anymore.
Like, holy fuck.
Fuck.
Like, what is that, bro?
We really did go to the best Thanksgiving Dynamite, and then we left.
No, we never went back.
Oh
Thank
my
God.
God, bro. That was awful, dude.
So bad.
Or this is awful, rather. Not the Dynamite we went to. The Dynamite we
No,
went.
this
That was the best Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite, bro. The opening, CM Punk, promo, the opening Punk promo, man, with MJF. I mean, you don't get much better than that, bro. You really don't. It was
no.
and now I will say the acoustics in Wintrust Arena could be a hell of a lot better, but it was a fantastic. It was so good. I'll still go back and watch that promo to this day. It was so good.
Fuck yeah. Like you said, don't love Wintrust for just those acoustics and just navigating through that place is kind of a pain. But I mean, the first time we went, we didn't even know we had to go to that one parking garage. We had to do that shit on the spot. We were lucky we had cash or whatever, or else we wouldn't have been able to get in, man. So that would have been fucked. But yeah, so. But man, what has happened to Thanksgiving? Jericho versus Ishii.
Come on, bro. Now, I will say, if the Chicago audience gets anything nice on Thanksgiving Eve, they announced that in 2 weeks, the Thanksgiving Eve Chicago Dynamite will host the start to the Continental Classic. So excited to see that come back. It was a really good tournament last year. Again, the only problem with last year was they did not capitalize on any of the stories they had coming out of it. So that's my concern. But regardless, and I thought the winner was a little lame. I thought Swerve was very hot. A lot of people wanted Swerve. They gave it to Eddie Kingston, and that reign was awful. So, but the Continental Classic starts in 2 weeks, and I'm happy for that, man.
Definitely. I mean, I'm intrigued to see how this all goes this year, man.
Definitely, and I have heard what seems to be a spoiler on one of the names that will be in the Continental Classic, and it is Speedball. So
I did hear that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope they don't use him for the C2 and then he just dips afterwards, but or not dips, but goes over to Collision or Rampage. I hope they continue to use him, but hopefully it can be a good start for him, and hopefully hopefully he can have a nice run in AEW, man, but yeah.
I really hope so, man.
Britt Baker defeats Penelope Ford with a lockjaw. Serena Deeb comes out afterwards to confront her, and Britt Baker is mouthing to her the whole time, nobody cares. Correct, Britt. Nobody fucking cares about your programs that you're in. Nobody cares about this match with Serena fucking Deeb. Who gives a shit? But for you to go out there and say that on live television, oh brother, do you want to just go to WWE? I mean, is that the problem here? Do you want to go over there and try to politic your way through that locker room? I mean, I don't know.
You're literally only here because of Tony Khan. So, I hate to break it to you, you ain't gonna fare too well over there, especially with the shit she tries. Boy,
Yes.
oh boy, is she gonna have a flare waiting for her, man. That clash of egos is gonna be legendary.
Yes. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I will wholeheartedly be Team Charlotte.
I literally, dude, I can't believe I would say that too. Holy fuck, what has happened to this world?
Yes, I would 100%. Bro, again, the only reason you are somewhat of a star in this business is because you're Tony Khan's friend. Um,
It's it.
which even at this point, I don't even know if you're his friend. The way he's been using you, he must have realized something. But because yeah,
Just fucking A.
but yeah, yeah, with her to try to go over to, if she ever does try to go over to WWE, man, her shit's not gonna fly there, bro. And she seems like the type to try that kind of stuff anyway. I mean, I could be wrong, but she gives off that vibe, bro. So she gives off
Mm-hmm.
that vibe. I think she'll try her bullshit anyway. As to where CM Punk, I think he wanted to go back to WWE just because he thought it was a better system. I think Britt wants to go to WWE because she's tired of feeling alienated by the rest of her locker room, and she knows that most of her locker room probably hates her. And yeah, that's not gonna fare well in WWE, bro. Literally 90% of that there's a 90% of that roster, as well as there are women in NXT developmental that are better than her. So it's
Oh,
not going
100%.
to, yeah, um, that's not going to fare well. But yes, yeah, I can't even begin to imagine Britt Baker and Charlotte Flair in the same locker room, bro. Oh brother,
That'll be legendary, dude. Those stories, news will be popping. I'll tell
yes,
you guys that.
1000%. Mina Shirakawa. She's talking about how she's going to celebrate with Mariah after she beats Anna Jay on Collision. Harley Cameron walks in and she challenges Mina to a match on Collision.
Yay.
Exhibit A: why I don't watch Collision. Harley Cameron
Bro,
versus Mina Shirakawa. Who the fuck is dropping what they got going on a Saturday night to watch that?
like, bro, even if you don't got nothing on a Saturday night, why would you still watch anyway? Like, holy fuck, you could literally scratch anything better to do and then watching Collision, dude. I'm telling you.
Yep. Swerve Strickland versus Leo Rush. We're seeing Leo Rush around these dynamite parts very, very frequently lately, man. And he always is involved with some sort of Shelton Benjamin or Swerve Strickland who's in a feud with the Hurt Syndicate. I honestly think he might be one of the members, bro.
I think he will. I feel like he's going to join because they keep teasing for Ricochet involvement, but I think the swerve is going to end up being Ricochet's not going to be in the group, but Leo is, which what I would prefer anyway. So I hope that happens because I really like Leo, dude. He's fucking great.
100%. 100%. Leo comes off the second rope for a reverse Rana. Swerve catches him in a big pressure, picks up the victory. Swerve says he needs to remind people whose house it is. He calls out Bobby Lashley to fight him in Stamford, Connecticut. Bro,
Yay.
we're in Bridgeport. We're not in Stamford. I don't
I wish I
know.
see Stanford.
I was gonna say I wish a lot of people on this show were in Stamford, Connecticut, but where do you plan on fighting him exactly? Do you want to fight him outside of the fucking giant WWE belt statue? Where exactly do you want to fight Bobby Lashley? Because we know
Literally,
MVP isn't getting anywhere near WWE headquarters ever again because
no, not with
he did,
Triple H.
he is the one homie that does not fuck with Paul Levesque.
He
Um,
does not. Indeed, he does not fuck with Paul Levesque, man. Usually everybody does.
yeah.
But he don't fuck with Paul, and that's okay, man. He fucks with Tony. A lot of people fuck with Tony. A lot of people scam the guy, but I don't think Bobby's scamming him. But overall, dude, fucking hilarious fuck up, bro. Hilarious.
Yeah. So he calls out Bobby to fight him right here in Stamford, Connecticut. The Hurt Syndicate, they attack Swerve Strickland. Bobby and MVP come to the stage. I don't know how Swerve didn't just sense Shelton might come and attack me from behind. So Shelton came and attacked him from behind, and that I don't know how he didn't sniff that one out, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swerve or the Hurt Syndicate beat up Swerve. They make Nana watch as the crowd the whole time kind of ruined the segment, in my opinion. They are just chanting, "We're in Bridgeport." Yeah, we
I
get it.
hate
You made
crowds.
a fucking mistake. Okay?
Like, I hate to break it to you, no one cares about your city anyway. Unless you're one of like the big cities, bro.
Yeah,
I don't care that you're in buttfuck Louisiana or wherever you are. I do not care, bro. I don't care. So, good segment. I like you said. I don't like how Swerve didn't like suspect that was coming. Especially someone who was previously a monster heel. You would think he would know that someone's gonna come up behind him. So didn't really like that. That was a little nitpick for me. But overall, great segment, man. And I'm excited for Full Gear, man. I'm excited to see how everything goes.
definitely, man. Jamie Hayter is in the back, and she is cutting a promo in the back that gets interrupted by a Julia Hart vignette. She's laying in bed, and she wakes up. She doesn't know where she is, and the phone is ringing. Like a rotary phone is ringing. So it's got that that creepy ass ringtone, that the creepy ass tone that it makes when it rings. And she answers it, and Brody says, "Come home." And she says, "Brody," and she's very confused as she's holding the other end to the wire to the phone, and the wire is cut. The phone is not connected, and she heard a voice talking to her on the other end. Um, these Julia Hart vignettes are probably my escape on AEW Dynamite, because these have been very fucking good. I've loved these, man. I've even gone out of my way to watch the clips of Collision of these Julia
Mm-hmm.
Hart vignettes, because they're so good, man. And then there's a closet lit up in red. She opens it up, and she starts grabbing her House of Black gear, the hat and stuff like that. So we're gearing up for a Julia Hart return, man, and it looks like she could be going after Jamie Hayter, bro. So um hopefully the feud goes well. Hopefully they're able to make it mean something, and hopefully they're able to make it mean something, and give it a little bit of meaning, bro, because that is what Julia needs upon her return, and that is what Jamie Hayter needs more than anybody, man. Because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the story of Jamie Hayter's return is that she fucking looks like Becky Lynch, and it shouldn't be that way.
No, that's really all people talk about. So glad that she has a real opponent now. And Julie Hart, dude, phenomenal. She's fucking great at what she does, dude. She has a great creative mind. And Tony Khan better use her fucking right, man. He better.
Yeah. So the main event, the House of Black versus FTR. Brody King has got a sleeper on Dax Harwood. Dax passes out, and Brody and Malachi, Kings of the Black Throne, they win the match. They win the match as they go on to be in the four-way at Full Gear for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I believe is Private Party, Outrunners, House of Black, and Acclaimed. So that is
Pretty good.
the
I like it.
four-way for I'm not gonna lie, I really thought FTR was gonna win this one, and I just do not care to see FTR anymore, man.
No, I really don't. So I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah,
And it's building up to be a good match, dude. I'm glad they didn't. And hopefully all goes well at Full Gear, man.
100%. Malachi Black, he gets in the ring. This fucking guy is moping around like he just rolled out of bed. Did you see the way
Literally.
he walked in that ring and walked towards Brody like a zombie?
Like, just let the man go, bro. I don't get I don't get the hung up with fucking keeping people that don't want to be there, bro. Let them go.
The,
You'll have more space on your roster to show other people.
yeah, 100%. 100%. And he walks towards Brody and he's hardly celebrating that they just won the match. He like gives Brody a nod like they like just met each other, and he just gives Brody a nod, and dude, he looked so checked out. I can't even explain it, bro. And then afterwards, they shake FTR's hand as yeah, they're being baby faces, or I don't know if Malachi's fucking gimmick nowadays is that he's just a checked out baby face from the company, but
I respect it.
me too, bro. Me too. I'm checked
I'm
out
checked
for
out.
him.
I'm checked out as a viewer. I couldn't imagine fucking working there.
Man, and that was AEW Dynamite, bro. That was AEW Dynamite again. I couldn't even tell you I hated this show, bro, because I did not fucking feel anything about this show whatsoever.
I really didn't. It was just, it's the same thing, same 5 bullet points every week, dude. It's pointless, dude. It's mind numbing.
Yes. And when your mind is numb and you need to improve your focus, man, W Energy, the official sponsor of NHP, W Energy, man. It is an energy drink company loaded with, or is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated for anybody wanting to improve focus without the jitters, man. W Energy is a clean formula that is sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, and that provides 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving, man. You can get your W Energy products today with the discount code NHP at checkout for 10% off your order, man, as the link to W Energy is in the description below, man. So get your W Energy products today, the official sponsor of NHP, man. So I finally got around. Last week was busy, man. I didn't want to be drinking too much energy drinks, man. Even though it's only 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is it's actually a great amount. It's a great amount of caffeine. Not too much, but not too little.
hmm
It's doing me some justice, bro. I got some in my W cup today. Today
Oh
I
yeah.
am drinking. Today I am drinking a Push and Punch. I'm
Mm.
drinking Push and Punch, so it is a blend of fruit punch and lemon lime. I actually really fuck with it, bro. I actually really fuck with it, man. Obviously,
Hell yeah, dude.
obviously, you know, we ain't gonna be out here sponsoring shit we actually don't fuck with, bro. I really like the taste of it. I like the taste of it, bro. It's got a nice sour taste to it, and I really like. I always like certain things like that. Like my lemonade, I always like a little bit sour. Sour in a
Mhm.
drink for me just always gives it a nice kick to it, man. And put the Push and Punch flavor. I still got these two flavors to try, man. So I'm excited about that. I got this blue raspberry. I think it's called Big Energy Tears. It's blue
Mhm.
raspberry. So there's that one, and then there is Calio cream, which is mango orange cream flavored. So I'm excited to try this one too. But I, you know, but very good, man. Very good. I fuck with it. So if you guys also want to fuck with some W Energy, bro, discount code NHP at checkout, as it will help you get through your dynamites that you feel nothing for.
Trust me, guys, it will help you. I tried that Galo cream, the peach mango flavor, during last week's Dynamite to stay up, and
Right.
it was great, dude. Phenomenal flavor. It was really good. I actually ended up getting the tub of it yesterday, so I
Sweet.
cannot wait for that to come.
Sweet, bro. Sweet. Um. So now for some WWE product, SmackDown. This episode of SmackDown emanated from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Love Milwaukee.
Mm.
It was very cool seeing the nice little B-roll shots of downtown Milwaukee. About a little over a year ago, I took a trip down to Milwaukee with the missus, and we got to actually drive past Fiserv Forum, and God, so beautiful. I would love to go there for a show. Um,
Okay.
Milwaukee is close enough, and it from the outside, bro. I took pictures. I have them in my phone, man, but God, it is a beautiful arena, bro. It is a really beautiful arena. The way they light it up at night, it looks really nice, man. I really like it a lot, and love Milwaukee. So shout out to Milwaukee.
Definitely, man. Great city.
We get an edgy Cody Rhodes, man. He's pissed about Kevin Owens. He's pissed about Kevin Owens, man. He told Nick Aldis. He asked Nick Aldis if he needs to go to his house and beat his ass. He also took.
Damn.
I also love the way they're selling the pile driver. I know Twitter had quite a few things to say about the weak pile driver that was put on Randy Orton by Kevin Owens, but I love the way they're selling it, bro. Nick Aldis is, he's saying, the reason this is banned is because we don't want the next generation walking around in wheelchairs. And well,
Mhm.
they might be, at least the people on the other network, man, because those Canadian destroyers are kind of done at nauseum over there. But at least the people in
Mhm.
WWE won't.
Exactly. At least one company will have good health in the future, man. So good decision on them.
But no, I thought it was a good segment by Cody Rhodes, and like I said, I love the way they're selling the pile driver, man. They're doing a great job, and see, I feel more for this weak pile driver, as they say, than any of the pile drivers you see done, 25 times a night on Wednesdays, bro. So
Mm. It's meaningful for a reason over there on Raw or on SmackDown, man.
yeah. Um. So, uh, the first match of the United States title tournament took place. It was B Fab versus Candice LeRae versus Bailey. Well, my pick is out of the tournament. Candice,
Good lord.
um, Candice is out. Candice is out, man. What the fuck?
Never fails, dude. I thought this was gonna be their chance where they finally use her, and they just don't, man. I don't know what Triple H's beef with her is.
I don't know either, bro. I really don't know either, man. But yeah. So Bailey advances as Candice is out of the tournament round one, which I again was not excited to see whatsoever, bro. But the tournament for the U.S. title is all SmackDown. It's not a Raw tournament, so yeah.
Definitely goes to show that it's gonna end up being we're gonna get the women's IC on Raw when
Yep.
Netflix hits.
Yep. And there's a couple things we got to talk about on Monday Night Raw that, in my opinion, points towards that for sure. Um,
I think so.
LA Knight picked up a victory against Berto. And after the match, Shinsuke Nakamura returned. He's wearing face paint and he has his hair in front of his face. Um,
Mhm.
to be 100% honest, bro, I honestly just see
Don't
him
care.
putting over. I see him putting over LA Knight and then going back off into the sunset, bro.
Literally, man, because he lost all his aura, man. Lost all his swag, dude. It's just Shinsuke. He's gonna come in, do a match, and that's gonna be it.
Yep. Yep. However, he did come back with a cool nickname. Corey Graves referred to him as the Wayward Samurai.
That's a cool one.
I thought that was cool. But I think that's as deep as it's going to go for Nakamura.
That's as deep as that rabbit hole goes at this point.
Yeah. Tommaso
It's a pot.
Ciampa. What's up?
It's a pothole at this point.
Tommaso Ciampa, he interrupts the tag team title match between Motor City Machine Guns and the Street Profits. He interrupts it, so the DQ gets called as Johnny Gargano comes out because Alex Shelley gets in Tommaso's face as Johnny is he breaks this up Tommaso gets pissed off and he shoves Gargano to the ground. And he pushes Gargano and he walks out of the arena. As after this, Dawkins, Shelley goes to shake Dawkins' hand and Dawkins punches him. He punches him in the face and he gets pretty pissed off. As what are we doing here? Are they gonna have, with Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa as another heel tag team? You can't be telling me you're gonna have Gargano, Ciampa, DIY, as well as the Street Profits go heel all at the same time, unless they're just gonna make the Street Profits an edgier babyface tag team.
I'd prefer that at this point. I would keep that, make them just an actual serious babyface tag team, and I would turn DIY. But with the direction I think they're going, I think DIY is just doing the basic breakup, dude. Again.
Hmm. I really hope not, man. I really hope not. I don't think that that spells a good ending for DIY as
No,
singles
it doesn't at
the way
all.
they sit right now. Um
God,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, I mean we talked about it a couple weeks ago, man, but they're just not over enough as a tag team to run the tag team breakup story right now. You know, I mean, you got a couple of
No.
oohs and ahs when Champa pushed Gargano down, but at the end of the day, I think there's a lot more for them to do as a tag team on the main roster, and that has to do with the fact that you've
So,
done nothing with them.
literally, they've done nothing with them, and they're just gonna expect us to be hooked on this single story. Not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Candice LeRae comes out and she attacks Bailey, who was out there to help Naomi. She attacks Bailey to help Nia Jax pick up the victory, and I guess we have another one trying to prove herself to Nia Jax. So I don't
Here we go, I guess.
yeah I don't know exactly what that's for. I don't know why you couldn't have just had Candice be the first women's US champion, but you know I guess Triple H feels that the speed title on Candice is all she needs.
Crazy. Crazy the ceiling they built for her. Makes no sense.
Yeah, seriously, bro. The Bloodline stuff from SmackDown. The show starts and it's Jimmy, Sammy, and Jay. They're looking for the fifth member. Sammy says, "I think I got an idea." He goes up to L.A. Knight. Ah, I,
What
I
would
I get it's an act of desperation, but what the fuck? How the hell would you ever think L.A. Knight, who beefed with Roman last year and got fucked
Mhm.
over by the Bloodline, and Jimmy, when Jimmy was still in the Bloodline, why you think that he would ever team with you guys is beyond me.
stupid? Like, bro, why are you coming up to people that don't like you? What do you think you're getting out of this?
Yes, and I truly do not understand why this element had to be involved like in the bloodline story, bro. Like we honestly should still be looking at, you know,
A
or these
pro-based
guys
feud.
should have like just got back together like this past Friday to only give them 2
Mhm.
weeks where they're, why we had to add the element of just going up to random people that no make no sense to team with the bloodline is beyond me, bro. I really think they should have just kept this as a 4x4. I think this was a colossal mistake.
I think it was a very big mistake, dude. I don't know why they did the 5-on-5 element. I think the story and just overall atmosphere would have been better as the 4-on-4. It makes more sense. That's what we all want to see. It's just, I think it's just doing too much. I think you're killing the vibe by trying to do this whole fifth man thing.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. Sammy and all the guys they report back to Roman a little later in the night, and Jay tells him, we can't find a fifth member. I think you need to make the call. Roman for some reason gets irritated. He's kind of got this look on his face, this weird look on his face, man. So I don't know what that was about. I really don't know what that was about at all. But
No.
yeah, so So yeah, Jay tells Roman that as yeah, man. I mean, like I said before, bro, I really get, the idea behind the bloodline story is, having to make decisions that are hard. You know what I mean? For the benefit of the family, right? I get that, dude, but
Mhm.
I just, Roman should have, in my opinion, he should have had to change a little bit for to,
Yeah,
to make this work. The fact that he's just still like this egotistical asshole, and he's got these fucking guys running around trying to find him a fifth member. Why isn't Roman trying to make amends
I
for
agree.
anything? Or I wish we would have seen a little bit more character arc with him.
Definitely, I think we really should have. Like, yeah, he doesn't need the complete 180 and be Mr. Good Guy, Mr.
Yeah.
Apologize now, but dude, at least have him swallow his pride and fucking swallow his pride and work with these guys and not be a visible dick and show him fighting that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what I don't know what they think they're gaining by just it just makes the rest of the guys look dumb.
Their actions are not matching their words. They're sitting here saying, we're not your lackeys. We're not here to do your dirty work. But here these three are trotting around Monday and Friday, trying to fucking beg people to team with them. Is it just me, or is that not doing Roman Reigns' dirty work?
Literally, bro. It makes no
So
fucking sense.
it doesn't. I mean, at least have Roman Reigns there with them, trying to at least show face. Maybe he doesn't say much, because maybe he doesn't want to apologize. Maybe there's a small piece of him that isn't sorry. But at the end of the day, you know, uh, like I said, their actions aren't matching their words here. Again, they're sitting here telling you every week, we're not going to go back to you disrespecting us and this and that, and they still run around doing his dirty work, very similar to I mean, what the whole reason Sammy is back in the bloodline to begin with, man. I mean, Roman literally told that guy earlier in the night, "You're not family. We don't want anything to do with you." And then they're just cool again later in the night. So I don't understand how you let those kind of things slip past you. That seems
I
like a
don't get it.
big fucking logic gap to me.
It really is. There is a massive logic gap with that because it makes no sense. See, like you said, they're saying, we're not your lapdogs, we're not this, we're that, we're all individuals, we're all equals, but you're not doing any of that.
Yeah, I don't get it, dude. So he seems irritated that Jay told him he needs to make the call. The As this segment was going on, Solo is making his entrance to the ring. So Roman gets up, he walks away. Those guys follow him. The OG bloodline then comes out to the ring. A brawl takes place, and Roman is then jumped by Big Bronson Reed as these guys get obliterated by the new bloodline and Bronson Reed, as Roman is getting, super kicked by Fatu. He's getting the, double springboard backflip by Fatu. He took a tsunami, you know, he started to make a comeback. Before that, Solo hit the spike and absolutely yoked the fuck out about himself. Because
Oh,
he that was
him yelling
hilarious.
motherfucker. Oh,
Um,
I love it. Him yelling motherfucker, dude. I love it. I love Solo.
Dude is goaded. Dude is absolutely goaded at this point. Um, so um he is jumped by all of them, the new bloodline and Bronson Reed, as Jay rolls into the ring with Roman, and he's yelling to Roman, make the call. Make the call. At the very end of the show, Roman is sitting in his chair after he got beat down, and he tells Siri to call the wise man. Huge pop from the crowd, and he instantly gets the doo doo doo. The number you've dialed is not in service.
Hmm.
Okay, another logic gap. when Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam, didn't WWE post behind the scenes pictures of Paul Heyman walking Roman Reigns to the ring?
Where's he been since then? Why wasn't he here the whole time? Why'd you post that in the first place, if I'm being honest?
I don't. Yeah, that's the first problem. Why was that picture posted? Why were those pictures posted, bro? Paul Heyman is storyline out. Why are we taking pictures of him walking Roman Reigns to the ring, and then you post them on your socials? I don't get that, but
I no.
I see a lot of conspiracy theories going around. There was also a conspiracy theory about in one of the segments, Sammy threw his phone on the couch. I see a lot of people saying this, and it's very true. It could either be one of two things. Sammy could be planting a phone in the bloodline locker room. Either that, or Sammy is just didn't want his phone on him in the shot. So
Literally, they were, he probably thought, oh shit, my phone's still in my pocket. Let me throw that out here now. I mean, I wouldn't want my phone out there. You know what I mean? I didn't read too much into that. I think
me
people
neither.
were reading a little too much. I think WWE would have made a point of it if it mattered, if it was like an intentional storyline thing.
Yep. Now, if Roman walked into the locker room and picked the phone up off the couch that Sammy dropped, that would have made a little
Hmm.
more sense. And then, maybe Sammy planted a phone that has Paul Heyman's number blocked because he doesn't want, that would make a little more sense. But they didn't play to that at all. They didn't play to that at all.
No,
So I honestly took that as just Sammy being like, "Oh shit, I don't want my phone to go off while we're sitting right here trying to film this segment." So he kind of just threw it away. Um, but uh, but but in terms of Roman, man, there could be a lot of reasons behind this, bro. I mean, he stomped Paul Heyman's phone, solo stomped Paul Heyman's phone earlier this year. So
it
but I in this day and age, it just kind of seems a little ridiculous that Paul Heyman would be without a fucking phone from April to November. Um, but
insane work right there.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where this could go. And I honestly don't even have any sort of prediction, bro. Did Paul Heyman block Roman Reigns' number? I don't.
Like,
I don't know, man. Because when Roman came back, he one of the first things he seemed to mention was how upset he was that they took his wise man from him.
yeah, I really don't understand what they're doing with this, numbers not in service thing. I really don't know where this is going. I don't get the goal to this.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But I'm interested to see, and yeah,
Mm.
I'm at a loss for words, man. With the whole, yeah, like you said, man, with the whole out of service thing, I wholeheartedly do not know where this could be going at all. I mean, there's a thousand different directions this could take. I just hope it doesn't end in the one where Paul Heyman turns on Roman Reigns, because I I want to see those two
No,
back
I would
together.
hate that. It
Exactly.
makes sense for them to be back together.
100%. There's no way you go and align yourself with the new bloodline when these guys just took you out, and these guys just took you out, and you spent the whole summer trying to talk Solo out of doing this new bloodline stuff.
Exactly. I that would make no sense. He has to be with these guys. So why are you delaying it in like a weird way?
Yeah. So that was SmackDown, and yeah, like I said, man, I don't I truly do not know where the whole out of service phone thing could be going whatsoever, bro. So yeah,
No, I really don't get it.
but we shall see. Monday Night Raw, your November 18th edition of Monday Night Raw. This obviously took place from Grand Rapids, Michigan, like it did last week, but obviously they're not going to say that. Liv Morgan, the show opened up with a promo from Liv Morgan. Liv says she knows that Jade and Bianca are here and they're going to pick a fight with them, but they didn't come alone. Nia Jax comes out with Tiffany Stratton and Candice LeRae. Nia tells Raquel and Liv she doesn't like them, but she doesn't dislike them. But she doesn't care about them or even think about them. She says, awful promo, by the way. That was, oh my God.
Like, okay, so what are you doing here then?
Yeah, I mean, I have liked Nia in her role physically since she came back. I think she's gotten a lot more safer in the ring, and I think she's just a lot more just well-rounded in the ring. You know, she's not spectacular, but a lot better than the Nia Jax we all knew. But dude, the promo ability has not gotten any steps better whatsoever. It was an awful promo.
Yeah, that's really bad.
She said she's thought a lot about Jade and Bianca. Jade and Bianca come out, and Jade and Bianca come out. They come out with Naomi, and then they come out with Io Sky. They all go down to the ring. Liv tells Bianca that they got Io, and that is really cool. But they're still outnumbered, and there's nobody in that locker room who is dumb enough to team with them. And she knows what's about to happen, so she asks someone to just throw the first punch. Rhea Ripley comes out, huge ovation. She's wearing a mask, and she yells War Games and headbutts Liv, which breaks out into a huge brawl, which I want to emphasize. WWE posted a t-shirt for Rhea Ripley earlier in the day. It was like the x-ray of her orbital fracture, and it just said like mistake number 1, you left me breathing. Why would you come out with that hours before
earlier
Raw?
in the day?
Man.
Dude, like, drop the shirt a moment after the segment. Like, why would you do that? That's dumb, man. Listen, I love Rhea. She's great, dude. I still don't care about this women's War Games. It still should 100% been mostly NXT women. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This shit's lame. Lame as fuck. I don't care.
You know, the only thing this could have going for it is just off of the hope that WWE is going to have somebody be a standout in the match, and the person that I'm looking at is Candice LeRae, because everybody, you know, I mean, you could have Tiffany be a standout, bro, but Tiffany's Money in the Bank, bro. She's gonna she's gonna have that women's world title and be the standout in her division very soon. The only thing, bro, that I'm looking for in this match is for Candice LeRae to have a great showing, because I think she needs it, man. I think she needs it, bro, and I want to see it. And I want to see it. So, but yeah, dude, I wholeheartedly agree, man. This women's War Games, bro, just doesn't hit. This is so thrown together and so random. And why are Nia and Liv on the same team, bro? When you know Liv just beat her at Crown Jewel, man. I feel like there should be a little tension there, man. Why the fuck are they teaming together? You know, I don't get it.
Get it, man.
Yeah, and I really don't know how you fumbled the War Games matches this year, man. I mean, how you don't keep just Bloodline versus Bloodline is so fucking taboo to me. I don't get it.
You not only have Bloodline versus Bloodline, which that in itself is an insane matchup, but for the women, you have a very hot NXT roster of very great women that you could have showcased, and you fuck up both. You do main roster stories that at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about. And then you dilute the Bloodline story by adding just random fifth people to each of, you know, the teams for no reason. They're really fucking up War Games. It's just, they're they're making it so extra and lame. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I yeah, I don't understand why. I really don't understand why we couldn't have just done 4-on-4. I don't get it.
No,
It doesn't make any sense to do a 5-on-5, and it's again, it's just so extra. It's so extra,
no, it
man.
really is. It's just doing way too much, man.
Yeah. So that was that. That was that. As Rhea yells "War Games" as she's wearing a mask, and it looks like she's gonna do her thing, man. Which, I mean, it's not. You know, I would I would, rather her be out to heal, but I mean, we see people wrestle with these masks all the time, and as long as they can't fuck anything up if they have that mask on, then, it is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen people wrestle with way worse injuries nowadays, so
Yeah,
hopefully everything goes well.
definitely. Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable and Ivy Nile. Ray hit a
This is what you're
619. What's up?
this is what you're spending your 2 hours on, Liz.
Correct. Yep. This
Ugh.
is this is what we have time for. It gets worse. Ray hit a 619 and a tadpole splash to defeat and pin Chad Gable. I love Ray. Ray is a legend.
Why
Why
is he
the
winning
fuck
anything?
are we putting Ray Mysterio over Chad Gable? Do you see how you fumbled this, man?
Like, how, why? What do you think you're gaining by this, dude? What are you making him wait for? Like, there's nothing to wait for. You should have done it already. I don't understand the direction they went with Chad Gable. And not only that, I don't just understand what you're doing with your 2 hours of Raw. Why are you spending your time on stuff like this, dude? It's genuinely, I feel like they're purposely making a 2 hour Raw lame so they never have to hear about a 2 hour Raw when they keep it at 3 hours. That's genuinely the vibe I'm getting, is that they're purposely making it lame so people never ask for it again. I don't know why.
Could be the case. Could be the case, bro. Um, because yeah, the use of time and maximizing their minutes and what they have to work with has not been good on
No,
this 2 hour Monday Night Raw, which you might be onto something, bro, because you cannot tell me Triple H can't book a compelling short television show because this man did gold with 1 hour. You mean to tell me he
hmm
can't do good with two?
it doesn't make sense, dude. And especially the momentum Raw had for weeks on weeks on weeks, right? And then they go to 2 hours and that momentum just stops. They just stop that momentum somehow. I think it's on purpose because no matter what, from what the information we got, Raw and SmackDown is going to be 3 hours on Netflix, man, or come 2025 for their respective shows, man. So I genuinely feel like they're doing this so they stop hearing about the 2 hour shows, which I don't get because I think it's a better format. But hey, they want their 3 hours, and I think this is their way of making sure they keep it.
Definitely, definitely, man. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't get it, man. And now again, it could also be the factor of two huge components are missing from the show, and I think that takes away from it a lot. That being CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. So that could very well play into it, as well as the treatment of the world heavyweight champion, which I want to get into a little bit, but there could be a couple things that do contribute because we have gotten some banger 2 hour Monday Night Raws, but those Raws included Punk, McIntyre, and those kind of
Mhm.
guys, and singles Jay and that kind of stuff. So they had some stars, bro. They had some stars, but now what we're looking at, man, it's and it is a lot of tape shows and whatnot, so that is going to play into a lot of dull shows as well. But they could, like I said, they could. I think they could be doing a lot better with maximizing the 2 hours, man. And it really does come at a shock, being that Triple H has avidly complained about the third hour being very tricky to write. But in all honesty, bro, the 3 hour shows came off better than a lot of these 2 hour shows.
And that's the thing, I feel like it's not because at the end of the day, like to me, it's not even a star power thing because there was a point where the 3 hour Raw was the best part were people like Chad Gable, people like that, people you still have on your show right now that you're just not using correctly.
Yeah,
So I really don't think I think it's just overall mix of the season. The season doesn't help, that November through like mid-January is overall nothing for this company, but they're really not doing themselves any favors, man.
yeah. Not at all. Not at all, bro. And yeah, that's a great point you bring up. I mean, you look at Monday Night Raw through the summer. Who carried Raw through the summer? Punk and McIntyre were great, but who really was the best part of the show? It was fucking Chad
Mhm.
Gable.
Literally, bro, that was like the whole thing, and now you have this chance with not only a shorter show, but some of your biggest guys off that shorter show to use these guys, and you're just not. I don't get it.
Yeah. Judgment Day are backstage as Finn. Oh, my bad. So after the match, when Gable loses, the Creed brothers come in there and they try consoling him. He starts pushing them and telling them he's not a loser and they can do better than this. And they start getting hype and pushing each other and getting juiced, and then they all celebrate in the ring as if Chad Gable didn't just get pinned. Um, again, man, the treatment of Chad Gable. Oh my God! I mean it.
Insane, dude. Like, what?
Those promo videos going into WrestleMania
Oh,
where
that's
Chad Gable was fucking in the gym and he's shredded and he's working out and he's fucking chopping wood and throwing it in the fucking fire talking about Gunther. That was some of the best shit he's ever, that was probably some of the best shit he's ever done in the company. And to not give him that chance to go into WrestleMania against Gunther, just I I don't I don't know how WWE lets that happen, bro. I seriously do not know how they let that happen, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. You had so much. You had so much on your hands, and then WWE decided to turn the guy heel, which seemed like a horrible move, which turned into gold because he was so fucking good in his role, and you just make him a loser.
I I don't understand that thought process, dude. I don't know why they did it. I don't know the direction they're going with Chad Gable. I don't know if they're waiting, but at the end of the day, I'm tired of all the waiting for everybody. Fucking LA Knight had to wait, what, 3 fucking years to fucking win the US title?
Yep.
Like, I don't want Chad Gable to wait fucking 2, 3 years for a fucking mid card title. Like, what kind of shit is that, dude?
100%, man. 100%. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they got going on with Gable, bro, but they need to fix it.
They
Um,
really do, man.
Judgment Day are backstage, and Finn asks Liv if she needs him to take the reins because she is stressed about Rhea Ripley. Liv says yes. Finn says okay. Well, Dominic, a couple weeks ago, you beat Damian Priest in the main event, and this week, you should be able to show the War Raiders what the Judgment Day are all about. He tells them to go for the neck. Either that or it will piss them off even more. But you're the great Dominic Mysterio. You'll figure it out.
Mm.
Dominic kind of just walks off as um, JD McDonut, says to Finn as soon as him and Carlito walk away. If he asks if he can talk to him alone. Finn says yes, and they walk off. So, very interesting.
Very, very. Did not feel like this turn would come this fast the way it's coming, but finally something's actually coming at a speedy pace, man. So I like it.
100%, because I don't know.
I didn't want
This
to wait a year and a half
for
for them
this
to
version
turn.
of the Judgment. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. So I'm glad. I'm glad they're fucking actually doing something fast.
The Miz and Karrion Kross
Oh
both
man,
do a cinematic type promo. The Miz is so cringy. He's
he's
sitting there
fucking.
and he's
He
like,
did.
he's sitting there and he's like, that was the ending I wanted. That was like the proper ending to Marine 7. Like, bro, nobody's seen that. Okay? Nobody's
Bro,
seen that.
like, when was the last time you even made a Marine movie? Like fucking 2012. Like, bro, why are you still talking about this thing?
And he's like, that was like the proper ending to the Marine 7. He lives. He's like, this is like Tarantino's final film. What?
When did the Marine set? I need to look this up. Okay, it never came out. When was the last one? 6. Was that the last one? Close. 2018. Yep, fucking big fell. 2018 is when the last one came out. Like, dog.
They're reminiscing about what they did to the Wyatt Six. Karrion Kross says that they are not invincible, and he tells them TikTok. That I did not like that, dude. The Miz's cadence in that, oh god, he just comes off like a fucking bleeding dork, bro. I
Oh,
mean,
that man, super dork.
God. Gunther. Gunther. Gunther is in the back with his boy Ludwig. He tells Ludwig never to speak for him again. And from now on, he needs to speak for himself and be his own man. He asks Ludwig if he sees the old ring general when he looks into his eyes. Ludwig says yes. Gunther speaks to him in German, and then he tells him he needs to be his own man from now on. He walks away. Gunther sees Damian Priest signing autographs. He rips off his blazer. He throws it down on the ground. He walks up and puts Priest in a sleeper hold. Priest throws him into a production crate. Gunther goes to hit him with a lead pipe, and he low blows Gunther. Damian Priest sits down, and he leans over Gunther, and he says,
Oh, no.
Yo, Gunther. Gunther. Did
Gunther.
Damian Priest forget how to say the ER? Did he just replace an ER with a killer? Gunther.
Like, oh, you never talked like this before. You don't just all of a sudden start talking like that. That's not how that works.
I understand you're street trash, but you did not talk like this.
No,
Since when did you come out the hood, bruh? What?
bro, you're not like that, bro. I'm sorry.
He is so fucking cringy on the mic. I just talked about the Miz being cringy, and the Miz. Ooh, actually, I probably would go with the Miz because I know the Miz got something down there. He doesn't always show it, but it's dormant. Damian Priest is just ass on the mic, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This dude is not it, bro. He is just
Uh,
God.
like, sometimes it's okay to give creative people creative control, and sometimes it's okay to just give them a script, give them a direction, and you dictate it. I do not think you should be letting this man dictate himself. I think you should 100% be writing for this man because if this is all him, you gotta cut it, bro. Why is he all of a sudden talking like that? He never used to talk like that.
This
He ain't Jacob Fatu, bruh.
this man, bro. I mean, and two, when Jacob speaks, I don't sit there and say he's trying to sound hood. I sit
No,
like it sounds natural. It sounds
man.
like this is how, like, if I seen Jacob Fatu in fucking Food for Less and I said, "What up, Jacob?" It sounds like he would talk back to me like how he talks. I just
Exactly.
don't look at Damian Priest and I just don't see him talking like this. Right? And he did not talk like this before. And
Never
again,
talked before.
wherever I don't know how he lost the capacity to say the syllables of and just went with the A. I don't know what I don't know where that came from, but dude, the killer and the Gunther is just you sound so
Oh,
forced, bro. You sound so
it's
forced. He sounds like some corporate suit looked at
mm-hmm.
him and said, "Dude, you need to talk hood. What does hood
Dude,
sound like to you?" And that's what he came
hi-
up with.
him talking like that only ever reminds me of the IGN Miles Morales game review. Literally, that's all I think of. The way he jumps off the roof with the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. That's all I think about is some corporate dork thinking he knows what's up and tries to attempt it. That's all I get the vibe of. Is a corporate dork trying too hard. Like, bro, you're not like that. I'm sorry. You never talked like that before, so why are you talking like that now? And why is he getting one-ups on Gunther? Why are you killing Gunther
Dude,
Zora for Damian Priest? Like,
yes.
bro, what? What are
Yes.
you? Why is Damian Priest? Why is Gunther being a bitch? He's Gunther, bruh. I, I don't get it, dude. For Damian Priest of all people.
And two, the whole thing is like that they're saying like, well, when you won the world championship, uh when you won the world championship, it knocked your psyche because you started doubting yourself. How does that make
What?
sense? He just won the world title.
Why is he doubting himself if he did it? If he accomplished his goals, he's at the top of the mountain. Why would he doubt himself? He beat every challenger that kid stepped up to him. What are you talking about?
And not to mention, they like to bring up like when he lost to Sami Zayn, he was ashamed in himself. So he was ashamed in himself and did what? Came right back around and won King of the Ring.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's just ashamed about himself again for no reason. Because Cody beat him, but like, who cares? It's Cody at the end of the day.
And he beat him
I,
like off a roll up. Like I could see if Cody fucking pinned dude, you know, down
but
to
it
the
was like
mat.
it was at the end of the day it was a fluke. He beat him on a fluke, so why would he be like I don't understand. I don't understand the direction of any of this, the both sides. I don't get the Damian Priest side. I don't know if he just, watched fucking Straight Outta Compton and he's hooked or something, but I don't fucking know. And then you got Gunther being a bitch. I don't understand why you're doing any of this.
Yeah, I don't know. And the treatment of Gunther as world champion started off great.
It
I
did.
thought he was a good. I thought he was a good option to be the beneficiary of the Judgment Day breakup. I thought that was a good way to go about it, you know. And I really hope now that he's going to be avenging his loss at Survivor Series, things change after that because the Orton stuff, he went into it cocky, confident. The Sami Zayn stuff, he was a little vulnerable there, but I need to see him going back to being the unbeatable killer that Damian Priest fucking says he is, because the fact that they're chipping away at that,
It's
and he's the world champion, now should be the time you boost that
solidified.
up more than ever, I think.
Like, he should have a stone heart right now. Fucking emotionless, careless in terms of like he's not afraid of anything. He's got a heart of stone. Come at him like he ain't afraid.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this now? And against Damian Priest of all. Why is Damian Priest the one to break the shell? Why him? Dude, he's not that guy. I know they think he is for some reason, dude, but he's not. I hate to break it to you, he's not
Yeah.
that guy.
No, he's not. And two, you know, a lot of people say, even I've thrown my name in the hat of saying, like, okay, let's maybe do Cena and Gunther at Mania. If you want to do John Cena, don't John Cena is Superman, okay? That is his character, right? He's the fucking superhero. He's the unbeatable superhero. Like okay, everybody knows that about John Cena. You're going to have Gunther. Are you going to have Gunther be mentally weak going into a match with John Cena? I mean, don't you fucking think you would want to build up the most unstoppable fucking savage monster to
Hmm.
go up against John Cena, and you have this pussified, doubting himself, weak-minded Gunther?
Like, I don't get what the goal is, man. It's like it would be great for Cena too. He ain't faced no one like Gunther with that confidence, that cold
Yeah,
heartedness. At least not for a long time.
yeah, it's been a
So it's
while.
gonna be it's gonna be a truck.
Oh, he
He's
did
gonna
face
get trucked.
Solo.
Yeah, and he beat him. So there's that, man. But he did beat the tribal chief, so he did. But no, I really don't understand what they think they're gaining with what they're doing with Gunther. I don't like it at all.
Me neither. And yeah. So, anyways, he sits down. He pulls up a chair to Gunther or to Gunther, and he says, "Yo, Gunther, I get that in the ring, you a general, but in the
You
streets, I'm a king."
what? You've never won King of the Ring, so why are you?
He's a king in the streets, man.
He's a king.
He
Why?
knows
Why
he
are you?
knows he knows how to street fight because he's from the
He
streets.
from the streets. Go back to him then, please. I don't want you to hear that. Why don't you go back if you love him so much? Go back to the streets, man. Because what are you doing here, bro? You would like, bro. You don't talk like that, bro.
I
I'm
get that in
sorry.
the ring, you a general.
Like, bro, you are literally Slim Jesus right now. You aren't like that, bro. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. Adam Pierce
Oh,
walks by and he just looks like, what the fuck? Why is Gunther laying here? And Priest tells Pierce, I'm just having a word with your champ over here. Actually, I think he's gonna need some ice. As he walks away. Oh, I guess I don't know if Adam Pierce. I don't know if anybody ever went to go fucking get the ice for Gunther to put on his fucking balls, but
yeah.
I don't know if that's where Damian Priest went, but I don't know. But yeah, I was not a fan of this segment, and I've not been a fan of this whole storyline. I haven't been a fan of this whole storyline. Their original SummerSlam storyline I thought was very good. It was a lot
Oh,
better than I thought it was going to be.
yeah.
Gunther was cooking this man, and now Gunther is some sort of pussy that is doubting himself.
Exactly. And it's also a bad look on Damian Priest that they have to, like, purposely pussify Gunther to make Damian Priest look legit against him. That's not a good sign. Is when you have to bump a character lower to make another character actually seem plausible.
Yeah.
Then that character shouldn't be facing them in the first place. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%, bro. Braun Breaker. Braun defeats Sheamus by DQ. He defeats Sheamus by DQ. He goes for the runaround spear, and Ludwig attacks both of them, leaving both of them laid out. As yeah, he gets the one up, and it looks like Ludwig is gonna start being his own man and standing on his own. Which I will say, to be 100% honest with you, bro, um, if the whole Imperium group is not gonna be together, I'm glad that
Not
they
at this
broke
point at
Gunther up
all.
with those
Yeah.
with Ludwig. I'd just rather see Gunther as a singles.
At this point, exactly. I would rather saw them all together or none at all, man. So I don't mind this direction.
Yeah, definitely. So that was that. Braun and Sheamus had a they did some good stuff for the time that they had. It was physical. It was everything you'd imagine a Braun Breaker and Sheamus interaction would be. But Ludwig attacks as it looks like he's going into the mid card scene, bro. So hopefully he does good. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I can respect that he's very easy to hate, and
Hmm.
he's very easy to hate. He's just got a very punchable aura about himself. So hopefully he could do good on the heel side of things, man.
Hopefully he can, man. I hope all goes well.
Seth Rollins is backstage. He's warming up. The OG bloodline walks up. Jay asks to holler at him. Seth says, or Jay says, we all have differences with the tribal chief. We have differences right now. We have differences with me and, we have differences with these two. He points at Jimmy and Sammy. We have differences with me and my brother. But just for this one time, if we could put all our differences aside to make this work. Sammy says, that's what I'm trying to say. Last year at War Games, you stood side by side with Cody Rhodes, somebody you've had more bad blood with than anybody. Rollins
I
says, what's up?
I would argue he has more bad blood than with Roman than Cody at the end of the
It
day.
runs
So
deeper for sure. It runs
it'd be
deep.
like,
Cody is, I would, recent history. He has very
yeah,
bad blood with Cody for sure. But I actually would probably say, he has more bad blood with Roman, being that these guys came up together and now they hate each other's guts. These guys were literally WWE babies together.
and it's been a whole like fucking 10 years of history of just fuckery between the two. So I would argue that, like, come on.
Yeah, definitely. He says he will stand side by side with all of them, Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy, but he will, with all of them, but he will not, by any circumstances, ever stand side by side with Roman ever again. This is gonna look horrible.
I think that, dude, at this point, I saw a tweet and it did make, dude, at this point, the best thing for Seth's character is if he fucking stands on business and doesn't join this fucking group. I think that would be the best thing ever.
Yeah,
That would make Seth look phenomenal, and that's exactly what they're not gonna do.
yeah, 100%.
Oh man.
He says he will never stand with Roman ever again, and it hurts him for a lot of reasons. But he says it's not worth it, and he understands the blood and the family conviction, but it's not worth putting that tyrant Roman Reigns back in power. But he's gonna. But I'm. He says he's gonna solve all of their problems tonight, and Bronson is not gonna make it to War Games. And although it does sound enticing to get Bronson in a cage, he's not going to make it there because whatever happens at War Games is on you guys. So good luck. I'm out. And
It fucking
and Jimmy's standing there, and he just goes, "No yeet." That was funny, but
that was hilarious. Fucking Jay definitely had to stop himself from laughing.
this is gonna look horrible. This is good.
Oh, it
You're
was so
saying all of this 2 weeks before the event, and you're gonna team with them because they cost you a match against. And I guarantee you, he's gonna be like, "I'm not doing this team with Roman. I'm doing this to get back at Solo and Bronson." But
Mhm.
again, you're still standing side by side with Roman, which is something you said you would never do, and it's something you're standing on business on. So I don't know what Seth's got to do. I don't know if he's got to fucking call John Moxley to fucking do this shit for him. But honestly, it might look better if Seth stands on business because the whole time he's saying all this and he's going to extreme lengths to say, under no circumstances, we can't put this guy back in power, all this kind of stuff, and you're just going to team with him again?
So look, we're like at this point, you have to have Seth fuck over the OG bloodline in that match. You have to. That's the
Like,
only way this it looks decent at the end of the day. He has to, because no way he actually helped them win. They would just
yes.
look horrible. Holy
Dude,
fuck, they have
the
to now.
the story of War Games this year, at least for the men, words
Oh,
are not matching actions, bro.
no, if, and that's it, and that's another worst part is Seth saying all this, and at the end of the day, he's right because Roman hasn't changed at all. He's
No.
still an egotistical dickhead. So Seth is completely right in what he's saying.
And he's just
Like,
gonna he's just gonna fucking team with him again.
it's like, what are you doing here, bro? None of this makes it's a complete contradiction through and
Yeah,
through, dude. It's a really fucked up look. I don't know how they're fucking this up, but they are.
dude, it's just God, bro. I don't get it, man. And there's and you know, bro, there's people there. I seen a comment today on one of our shorts. It was like it said something. I liked it because I thought it was funny. But it was like, why would WWE ever listen to these two guys? Well, these two guys sitting here with these two guys with
Yeah,
sitting here
yeah,
with about 400 subs are making a lot fucking more sense than what we're seeing on AEW. Well, that too, but we're making a lot more sense than what we're seeing on WWE television at the moment with this again. Again, I reiterate, words are not fucking matching actions this year, bro. And it's
oh,
annoying because literally since WrestleMania, what have we said about War Games? War Games
I
is
can't
gonna
wait.
hit this year.
Oh, I can't. Bloodline versus Bloodline. Man, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be cinema. And yeah, is it good? Yeah, but is it just the most contradictory shit ever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you? You're taking a great fucking a great thing you could build and building the completely wrong thing for no reason. I don't understand why they're going this direction. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, they have a hype video package for her. She's talking about her struggles with self doubt and her new motivation since returning and her new motivation to become a champion. Well, we got another hype package a little later in the night for Lyra Valkyria talking about how she did kind of allude to stepping away from like the bird shit.
Hmm.
You know her whole like,
Yeah,
bird
like
like
wings and
yeah.
yeah.
She did kind of allude to stepping away from that, or at least that's kind of how I took it, but another another hype package, that's two in the night for women that are in all reality, they're not coming close to that women's world championship. So what does that point to?
Mm-hmm. They're basically telling you this is what the scene is going to be for the women's IC title
Yep.
when we introduce that. So
And early prediction, I give it to Lyra.
I would too. For Raw, I would definitely give it to Lyra. I think Dakota Kai, she's great. Too much of a risk at the end of the day. Even for a mid card title, you gotta wait on that one. So I would definitely put her on Lyra.
100%. 100%, bro. I think Lyra is a young face that can. And if
Mhm.
Becky wanted to work with Lyra upon return, have Becky fucking turn heel on
Oh,
her
yeah,
protege, and fucking have her take the title from Lyra, or have her at least
yeah.
work a
Have them
program
feud
with her.
for it. Exactly, because also a look, someone like Becky going for it would make it look even better.
Yep, 100%. 100%, bro. War Raiders defeat Dom and Carlito. They beat I believe it was Carlito with the War Machine, so their springboard clothesline maneuver. And after the match, uh, um, JD and Finn attacked the War Raiders and laid them out, bro. So I cannot fucking wait for the War Raiders to take the titles off these guys. There's so many titles in WWE that just feel non fucking existent. It's fucking sad. How do your tag
Oh,
team championships, the only men's tag titles you have on Raw, feel like they're not even there? So where's your driving force for tag team wrestling other than the War Raiders just doing good stuff every week? But when are they going to get their title match? Can we please do this at Survivor Series, or are you going to let another pay-per-view pass without putting a tag team title match on the show, yet you make it a point to fucking put Mid Cargill on the show and have Bianca carry her through another fucking match.
Every dude, it's a complete cycle. I don't know how you spend your 2 hours on Raw doing a fucking Rey Mysterio mixed tag match, but you're not doing actual tag team wrestling for titles that matter or in that just scene in general.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't understand that mindset.
Yep. And don't sit here and tell me you don't have tag teams, bro, because they just did a tag team tournament on SmackDown, which exposed them in a sense. Because right there, when you show me these tournament graphics, you're letting us know you have tag teams. And on Monday Night Raw, the list is you have teams, bro. Judgment Day. You have two tag teams in the Judgment Day if you wanted it. Finn and JD and
Mm-hmm.
Dom and Carlito if you wanted to. You got War Raiders, you got New Day, you got Alpha Academy, American Made, AOP, Wyatt 6. You get the point. So you got teams, you just don't give a shit. So yeah. Um that was that, and yeah, I think that I think WWE's probably going to save this shit for Saturday night's main event, and we're probably gonna get another pay-per-view where
Tag team.
no tag team presence is on the show.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Bo Dallas is in the back. Not in the back, but he's in the Wyatt 6 little VHS tape setting. He says the trust of the innocent is a liar's most useful tool. He says he tried to warn them and he is sorry for what happens next. This dude is sitting in the little Wyatt 6 warehouse looking so reminiscent of his brother, it almost brings a tear to your eye. He looked fucking phenomenal. Get the fucking mask off of this guy. For the love of Jesus Christ. Please.
Another thing maybe they were waiting till he, grows his hair and beard out even more to look, more like Wyatt in a way before they take that fucking mask off. That's what I feel like they're doing at this point. Just waiting till he looks just like Wyatt to take the mask off, which personally I preferred his look, that more
I
cleaner,
love his look.
I thought it was phenomenal. Like the way he looked in the Wyatt doc. That look alone, perfect. Let
Yeah.
alone that like, little misshaven, stubby look he had, like when they first debuted. That was
Yep.
phenomenal too. Don't know why you don't go with that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Please take that shit off him.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's always had a great look. I don't know, but I see what you're saying. I could see the company waiting because they
Mm-hmm.
want him to look like Bray. But like, dude,
I could definitely.
he's
Why?
got he's got a great fucking look, dude. Like, look at the
He's
way
his own person.
we made a thumbnail on him and his face,
Mm-hmm.
and it was half his face and half the mask, and like in those vignettes he looks sick. It should be the roles should be reversed. Uncle Howdy should be VHS tape only, and
Mm-hmm.
Bo Dallas should
Should be
be
the one.
the one we see, the physical that we see in the ring, because he looks got a great look, and why you're keeping this fucking mask on him is a crime, is a fucking crime in itself, bro. But I don't know, man. In a minute, man, I'm gonna fucking call for fucking WWE to have this guy come out to fucking Take Your Mask Off by Tyler the Creator, because this is just getting
Like
ridiculous at this point.
fucking also come out to fucking mask off by Future or something, bro. So dude. Like that look of him. He had, the shorter beard. He had the fucking Joseph Seed glasses, the one cross earring. That look was phenomenal, dude. That
Yeah, it's
look is
great.
perfect. It's a great fucking let him use it, bro. I don't understand the direction they're going with this still. I don't get it.
Yeah. The New Day are backstage. Xavier Woods goes up to Kofi Kingston. He says for the past couple of weeks, it's just been us yelling at each other. 10 years of no serious arguments, and now we're here. This is crazy, man. I know we're New Day. I know we're New Day, and we are the most decorated decorated tag team in WWE history. But even with all of that, I just keep thinking about what Cross said. He said the New Day was dead, and we're the only ones that don't know it. Kofi says it's not dead. He says it's not dead. Cross doesn't know what he's talking about. You just have to remember what the New Day is all about. Woods says, so I have to remember. So it's my fault. Otis steps in. He says, whoa, 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 guys, come on. We're all friends here. Not to mention before this, when Kofi was just chilling with the Alpha Academy, they were congratulating him on the New Day anniversary show coming up soon. So can we fucking please get an announcement on when that is?
Like, what? Give us information. Tell us. Announce it. Do a segment. Something.
They say the end of November, so I'm thinking it might be the one after War Games, which I think would be a great,
Yeah.
kickstart after War Games. I think that'd be nice.
I would like that, even though that's at the start of. Wouldn't that be at the start of December? No
Right.
matter what.
Yeah.
So
I think either way, it's the closest Raw though to when they
yeah,
got together.
I
So
could see it.
so Woods says, "Mind your own business, Otis." Um, he says, "Mind your own business, Otis. Advice wise, what are you gonna tell me? The greatest tag team of all time. Why do you think Gable left your asses?" Then, he says, he says you can be sad next week because it's going to be New Day versus Alpha Academy. With and a win against you two clowns will put us exactly where we need to be. And he walks away.
Hmm.
Good stuff. And yeah, I've been loving the New Day story, man. I've been loving the New Day story. I just wish they were a little more vocal on when they wanted. I'm telling you right now, do not do this fucking New Day tribute episode on one of those taped Raws. Whatever
Oh yeah,
Raw in there that's live, you need to do it. If
do
I
it.
get spoiled on some sort of New Day heel turn, colossal mistake.
Oh yeah, colossal fucking mistake, dude. So do it on a live show and please tell us when it's gonna be.
For sure. For sure, man. So that was that, and just more good stuff by Kofi and Woods. And again, man, I'm enjoying what they're doing, and I like it.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely.
So in the main event, Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. The match was just very, dude. So I know Bronson wins, but Bronson wins the match, dude. But Rollins was destroying this man.
I
I
I
mean,
I don't like that.
what the fuck? Like, huh? How? Eh,
I don't get it.
You did this at Crown. Well, Crown Jewel, Bronson got a decent amount of offense. It was just Rollins was the one who picked up the win, which was a colossal mistake. And here, the one
At
time you have
first,
Bronson win, he gets help, and you have Seth Rollins basically running this guy into the fucking mat the whole match. What the
literally,
fuck?
dude. I don't understand that shit. Seth does not need to be protected. He's fine. He's Seth. He'll be fine.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, dude. But Rollins is on the top and he's going for the super stomp. And all of a sudden, we see a glorious man standing on the announce table as he takes his mask off, as we have the return of Black Hoodie Solo.
Let's go.
I
Is it solo?
is it? We didn't know, bro.
Is it?
We had no idea
We
if it
never
was him
knew.
or not. But when he
No.
took that mask off and he started laughing, for no reason,
No.
Rollins gets distracted. Bronson throws him off the top rope, hits him with a senton, hits him with a tsunami, as Bronson Reed helps Seth Rollins or Bronson or Solo Sikoa helps Bronson Reed beat Seth Rollins here to close Monday Night Raw. As yes, we're continuing the alliance with Bronson Reed and the New Bloodline, which I will say, for as much as it doesn't make sense, he looks fucking phenomenal with that group.
He really does, dude. Him with that group, it really does. Fuck it, they look great together. I'll give him that.
Dude, they absolutely do, bro. I'm watching Bronson Reed on SmackDown throw up the one and just hang out with, the GOAT Tongaloa and fucking Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. And I'm just like, for as much as this doesn't make sense, he looks really fucking good with that group. So,
He
yeah.
does, dude. And just imagining like a fucking working together, him and Jacob Fatu. Who
Oh,
would stop him? No
yeah.
one could ever stop that.
Yes, the combo they did to Roman Reigns of the backflip and then the tsunami, like they were working in
It's,
tandem and it looked really good.
they were looking fucking great together. Like, dude, he does really look great with them, man. I don't love the story they're doing, but he does look great with those guys.
Yeah, and I did hear too that Bronson actually is half Samoan, so interesting.
Hmm, I wouldn't mind it.
I honestly wouldn't mind it either. I wouldn't mind it either. But
Other than losing to Seth for no reason.
yeah, fair point. Fair point, bro. So again, as much as, I just feel this is a bit extra and see this one law and see this is what's stupid to me. This what just one loss to Bronson Reed, is that really going to make Seth Rollins go back on all the shit he just talked about Roman Reigns?
Like, why would it? It's
I
one loss. I'll move on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really know. I really have a feeling rather. Rollins is gonna say something along the lines of, "I'm not standing by Roman Reigns. I'm standing against Bronson and the New Bloodline." But like, no, you're not. You're teaming with Roman Reigns, bro. Like,
Like,
I
I
don't
don't
get
get
it.
it, dude.
I
I don't
don't.
understand what they think they're doing with this.
Oh, me neither, bro. Me neither. And that was everything. That was everything here today on this edition of NHP's Unscripted, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today. This has been episode 222 of Unscripted, man. As thank you to everybody who came out, man, in the live chat, or my guys, a part of the Replay Mafia. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today. It has been always, always, always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of NHP's Unscripted. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 222 of Unscripted. And with that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Friday with the news and the AEW Full Gear 2024 official show predictions.
Peace.